there, Mouseketeers! Welcome to the Disneyland Beat, where our toes tap to a Disneyland drum.
And we always whistle while we work.
We have had some amazing Disneyland days this year. So much Disneyland magic is out there. We can't wait to get back again and again.
Evening spectaculars and parades, they're almost here. And Disneyland has all hands on deck trying to get the park back to what it was before the pandemic.
But some things are closed. Some are under regular refurbishment and maintenance, and some still have not reopened at all after the park closures.
Today we're going to run down what's closed at Disneyland.
Come on into the parks with us.
Like, subscribe, and stick around.
Disneyland is your land.
Come seek an adventure into your pirates, eh?
Made the jump to life.
Hi, I'm Amy.
And I'm TC. Well, let's start with the refurbishments for the next couple of months, April and May. These are the attractions where we know the start date of any maintenance and at least a ballpark for when it's expected to return.
Pirates of the Caribbean is currently closed, and the Blue Bayou restaurant is as well. There's a lot of work being done in the viewing area for Fantasmic in front of the entrance to the ride. And this is a huge project, and Disney is moving very quickly on it.
Fantasmic is scheduled to reopen a month after World of Color and the Main Street Electrical Parade. However, Disney has not set a return date for Pirates of the Caribbean yet, and the closure may stretch a little bit longer into the summer.
Pirates has been getting stuck and breaking down a little bit more than usual in recent months, and like any good pirate, it probably needs a little bit of extra love from its mommies and daddies.
There's a few small ones. Space Mountain is closing for one day, April 28th, to get its Hyperspace Mountain overlay installed, and Mater's Junkyard Jamboree along with the Golden Zephyr will close May 9th through the 12th for maintenance.
And of course, the entirety of Mickey's Toontown is closed, along with all of its attractions, as the land gets reimagined. This is scheduled to reopen March 9th, 2023 with a new look and e-ticket attraction.
So that's pretty much everything on the calendar for the next couple months, where we have a good idea of when the maintenance is being done. Now let's move on to attractions that are undergoing maintenance, but it's a mystery as to when they're going to return.
Tarzan's Treehouse's lengthy refurbishment has become a point of interest for park regulars. Disney put up scrims last September announcing regular maintenance, but the work continues 7 months later with no word when the walkthrough might reopen.
The Grand Pause has opened the project to speculation that Disney might be retheming the tree to the new Disney hit Encanto. The idea is one of the magical kids in the movie, Antonio, is gifted with a magical treehouse full of animals that he can communicate with.
I have to admit, this does seem like it would work pretty well, and we do know that Lin-Manuel Miranda has had a meeting with Bob Chapek to discuss a future attraction theme to the film, and there's at least a sliver of a chance that that's what's going on with Tarzan's Treehouse, but for now, the attraction is closed. And that's all we know.
Over at DCA, Mickey's PhilharMagic is scheduled to close May 16th, but oddly, a return date has not yet been set, so we're not sure what's going on here, but if I had to guess, the film will close and then reopen with a new Encanto sequence included as well.
Also, the Finding Nemo submarine voyage continues to be closed. Work does appear to be crawling along, but it would seem that the paint has long been complete. Originally, the underwater ride had signs saying it would resurface this past winter, but now we don't know when it will open.
There could be a number of things going on. There could be really old work that is having to get up to code, and it also just makes sense that the subs have been closed due to COVID regulations. They're not the most ventilated of vehicles. It would be really nice to hear that they installed new air conditioning on them just for the quality of the ride, but for now we're just going to have to wait and wonder what's going on.
Also, the Fantasyland Theater is sitting empty as we await an opening date for The Lion King, which should be playing this coming summer. The theater opened briefly for the Celebrate Gospel concerts earlier this year, but otherwise has been sitting empty with its pre-pandemic show Mickey and the Magical Map canceled.
And from here we start to get into some attractions that simply just haven't returned. They haven't returned either after a large project or post-pandemic.
At Disney California Adventure, Buena Vista Street is notably lacking its only rideable attraction, the Red Car Trolley. There seems to be no technical reason for the delay. We know its tracks and storage were considered into the design of Avengers Campus, and that the headquarters building can open up to allow it to pass.
New charging stations were installed for the trolley not long before its closure, and there have been lots of rumors saying it's coming back. Some even say with a new street show. But for now, we don't really know for sure.
Also at DCA, the Hyperion Theater is sitting empty. It was running Frozen live at the Hyperion when the parks closed, and we know that show has been canceled. This massive theater really served a major role in the crowd flow of DCA, with its 3 daily performances soaking up huge numbers of people throughout the day.
And without the Hyperion running a show, DCA is a much more crowded place. Those lines are getting hit with a double whammy of a lack of attractions and Lightning Lane.
The Hyperion's former queue area is also serving as competing for the PIM Test Kitchen, which on a crowded day is something the park really needs. Disney's been pushing PIM Test Kitchen as one of the major eateries for everyone, while its seating area is quite small.
And it's also a mystery as to what kind of theming that the theater and its immediate area is going to get in the future. Will it become part of Avengers Campus with a Marvel stunt show, or will it get a new Disney animation theme show and stay more part of Hollywood Boulevard? The little corner there is already a bit of a mix between the two.
The Anna and Elsa meet and greet in the animation building, whose location really made sense because the Frozen show at the Hyperion is not scheduled to return with the other meet and greets, at least not yet. And though it remains on the website and has signage, still, we wonder if it'll go the way of Ursula's Grotto.
Another DCA attraction that's missing is the Blue Sky Cellar. This place usually showcases the work of the Imagineers, and it would be really cool to see maybe the model for Avengers Campus or Galaxy's Edge or something like that. The theaters in Disneyland also remain closed for the moment, though it looks like the Royal Theater is very close to reopening. We are hoping that'll happen once meet and greets resume here in a couple weeks, now that the refurbishment is also complete.
Speaking of, the Fantasy Fair meet and greet attraction has yet to reopen. Meets have been happening outside in the courtyard, but we're hoping that the indoor meets will resume with the relaxed social distancing policies.
The BIBBIDI Boutique has also now resumed its full princess and prince makeovers, though you have been able to stop by for some free pixie dust.
We do hope the Royal Theater will reopen its Rapunzel and Beauty and the Beast shows, but we're also hopeful they are using this flexible format to bring some of the newer Disney tales to life as well.
The Tomorrowland Magic Eye Theater has not reopened since the pandemic. During the season of the Force, it ran a Star Wars short, The Path of the Jedi, and after that it was running previews of new movies and Disney Plus series.
At the least on a hot day, which Disney saw days in the triple digits this year already, it's a wonderful spot to cool off in, and boy, wouldn't we love to see Captain EO or Honey, I Shrunk the Audience return for a run?
The Star Wars launch bay has not reopened. We do miss the Darth Vader and Boba Fett meet and greets, but we're not even sure if Disney knows what they're going to do with this space. Also, the Kugel Ball out in Tomorrowland Plaza has been dry for months now.
And though the Main Street Electrical Parade, World of Color, and Phantasmic are getting ready to return, we are definitely missing both daytime parades and a parade for DCA.
Disneyland did expand its Mickey and Friends Cavalcade that's been running during the day, and it's been a lot of fun, and we really have appreciated it. But it's hardly comparable to a full daytime parade. Before the parks closed, Disney had debuted the Magic Happens Parade, which only ran for a few weeks.
The parade designed for Disneyland would certainly be a great addition to DCA this summer, which does not have any major parades scheduled. At the moment, we don't know if Magic Happens will return or not.
Another difficulty has been dining, though Disneyland is getting pretty close to getting everything back. Still, places like the Lamplight Lounge have not reopened their walk-up section upstairs yet, and lots of places still have menu shortages, but it is improving.
And that's about it. Many of these closures will hopefully be a happy memory soon, but many remain a mystery, and only time will tell when they'll reopen.
Well, that's it for us today. Thanks for joining us.
See you real soon, Mouseketeers.
See you real soon.
And we've come across a 500-pound Indo-Chinese tiger. He's able to leap over 50 feet. That was 25 feet away.